This is what we have today on Volvo truck. Won't start. So we're gonna do a quick video. We're gonna do this quick video on this truck, alright? See, also we don't have communication with the transmission. Okay, so the truck won't start. The basic stuff you're gonna do on this truck is, of course, and you gotta check fuses, relays, especially let me show you. This is the main fuses. You gotta check the fuses, make sure they're okay. Relays, you gotta check with the fuse F61, I believe, for gear selector. Make sure the fuse is not blow out. Check that one, and let's see the other fuses. It's in the front of the cab. Let me see. So this is the other part that you gotta check the fuses right here. The main one. EMS main, ACM EMS. So that's the two fuses that you gotta check. Make sure they not blow out. Make sure this one is not loose too, okay? And then you gotta check the other fuse on the battery side. So another fuse right here for EC, for after treatment module. That module has the fuse right here. Okay, so the next step will be we gotta check data links. Okay, if everything else is good, power, ground, relay, fuses, the next step you have to check its ohms, continuity. Check with the can lines. You see this one, G1939, and DLL, this one right here. These ones, okay. With the key off, should be 60 ohms. 11 and 3, pin 11 and 3, and 6 and I believe 14 series. Yeah, 6 and 14. They had to be. If you put multimeter right here, has to give you 60 ohms with the key off. Okay, let's see. I have this machine. You see, it plugs on the OBD. You see, that's where we check the cans right here. So we're gonna check on pin. Let me see, pin 3 and 11. Okay, see, 3 and 11. You see, with the key off, that's what I have. 90. Okay, that's what I have. 90 one side. Now let's check 6 and 14 OL. So something is going on right here. Okay, let's see. With the key off, should be 60 ohms. So something's going on right here. Okay, so for now we know that we don't have no problem with the power and ground. We know that it's a can lines problem. Okay, data links, we have a problem. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how you can check if either it's right here in the cab or outside. Okay, so the best way is to unplug the chassis harness, both sides, and check the pins over there, because with 4 modules, cluster and gear selector and bandix, without ECM and after treatment computer from the chassis, should have 120 if the chassis are okay with data links. If not, we got a problem on the cab. If we have, so then we have problem on the engine side, outside on the chassis, not on the cab. So let me show you how you can check that one. Okay, so now you see that this is what I'm talking about. This is the chassis harness, and that's the connector. Okay, so I'm separate from the cab and chassis. I want to see if the harness are okay on the chassis, and then I'm gonna go check on the cab. I want to know where exactly is the problem, in the chassis or on the cab. So I'm gonna test those wires right here. That's the pin 11 and 3. Those wires on the plug is 83 and 84. So that I got a multimeter. Has to be 120 if the wires are okay. Touch really good. Okay. No, on the top. 83 and 84 right there. There you go. So we got a 124, which is seems like the wires are okay. Okay, so the wires are okay. Now let's go the other wire. Let's go the other wires to see it. Next one is 45 and 46. That's the plug right there. Okay, that's really good. Okay, you see 125. So that means the chassis, the wires on the chassis, the cane lines are okay. So now let's see on the cab. Let's see if we have 120. Okay, so we know that chassis wires is not a problem. Our problem could be on the cab. Let's see on the cab now. Let's go. Let's move. So now we are on the cab side now. Remember, the chassis plug is unplugged. So now we plugging on the OBD. Okay, so remember I told you I have this box. See? Now we're gonna check 3 and 11. Should have 120 here. 11, 3 and 11. Okay, let's see. 3 and 11, we should have 120. Nothing. Now 6 and 14. 6 and 14. We don't have nothing. So you see, it's a 6 and 14. We don't have nothing right here. 6 and 14, we don't have nothing. And 3 and 11, try one more. 3 and 11, 3 and 11. So that means we don't have nothing. So our problem is right here on the cab. The wires are on the cab, the problem. Okay, so the cane lines, the problem is on the cab. That's how you check the wires on the, if the problem is on the chassis or the problems are on the cab. See, we testing right now is these two wires, yellow and green. That's the cane line, yellow and green, J1939. So that's the pin, our pin right there, 3 and 11, and we don't have nothing. We should have 120, 124, like the chassis harness. But this one we have the problem in the cab. Okay. So now we have our schematic. I don't know. Okay, I think it's much better now without no lights. Okay, so like I was saying, is see that resistor is right here. Okay, so let's concentrate on this one. You see the wire comes to OBD. I'm gonna show you. Here you go. That's the OBD right here. You see, that's the OBD plug. pin 3, the bottom OBD pin 11. So this one has to have all around, has to be 120. So we have a problem somewhere around this line, okay? And to make move that truck, I just did a bypass because I know it's a wire broke, so I did a pass. That's the OBD. I did a bypass from here to here, just bypass, okay? Be able to communicate with the cluster and bendix. Cluster, gear select and bendix, those three motions not connecting, so I just did bypass through here. So somewhere right here the wire is broke, so I'm gonna show you where it can be. So the wire is broke all the way down, okay? Broke all the way down behind the cluster, okay? Because I had to remove a lot of things to be able to pay it off, okay? So the wires broke all the way in the back, okay? Okay, so that's how you check on the can lights on this truck. I hope this video helped you. Like I said, remember guys, on the Volvo trucks you gotta check its continuity. You gotta check can lines like this one. We have problem with the can lines, okay? So make sure guys, with the pin 3 and 11 has to be 120 ohms, and 6 and 14 120 ohms with a plug unplug from the chassis, okay? Has to be the plug unplug. But if it's plugged with everything is okay, as soon as you turn the key off, everything plugged, everything working fine, should be 60 ohms, okay? So as soon as I fix this truck, I will do a video and show you that has a 60 ohms, okay, with the key off. So let's see. That was a quick video on this one. I hope this video helped you. Trying to do the best I can, explain how I find out the problem on this Volvo. But remember, this is the machine what I use it, okay? Also you can plug right here the computer and will work fine. So this is how you check the cans, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna fix the truck and I'm gonna show you the 60 ohms after the truck is being fixed. All right, stand by. I'm gonna show you what was exactly the problem right here under the mat. Goes the wire, the can lines. So I'm gonna show you where was exactly the problem. If you can see, let me see. Probably not much light. Okay. Okay, if you see right here is corrupted, so that was the problem right here, okay? That was the wire problem, okay? So this was exactly the problem. So under the mat right here, that was right here the problem. Like I was saying, you see, has to be 60 ohms. You see that's 60 ohms right there. 63, that's okay with the key off. Okay, make sure with the key off. Key off has to be 60 with a 60 with 63, that's okay. As long as that's 60 ohms, that's okay. Okay, with the key off. Pin 3 and 11 and 6 and 14. Okay, remember that. See you next video. This was the video for can lines, Volvo trucks. See you next video.